Hey everyone, this is Cynthia, psychic and astrologer. So this is going to be the January 2023 monthly horoscope for all signs. So let's get started. Aries. So the full moon on January 6th will fall in your fourth house of home. Now, the next 2 weeks could bring about a time to relocate, renovate, or make changes around the home. Now, this could also bring about an opportunity or a time to make a change because of a new job or a new job offer that happens to take you to another city or another state. Now, the energy is actually very positive for purchasing home furniture, home accessories, maybe making some changes around the home. Now, the new moon on January 21st will fall in your 11th house of friendships, groups, and organizations. Now, the next 2 weeks is a very positive and social time for you. This is also a great time to attend events or parties. Maybe you are putting together your own event or party. It is a great social time to connect with family and friends. And this could actually bring about a great positive opportunity and a positive time, maybe to build connections or attend events relating to your work or relating to career. So this is actually going to be a great time for you. Now, I did want to point out very quickly that Mars will finally be going direct on January 12th from your third house of short trips, communication, siblings, and neighbors. So you may actually be experiencing where things start to float a lot easier when it comes to transportation, short trips, communication, and connection with others, especially with relatives. But Mercury finally goes direct on January 18th. Now, positive career and financial days to keep an eye out for will be January 1st, January 4th, um, January, let me see what dates here. So, January 22nd and January 24th are also very, very positive days for finances. The one day of January 22nd might be a little bit of a challenge, as that's going to create more of a restriction when it comes to finances. Maybe it's a day or around that time where you really have to budget and save and cut back on the finances. Maybe you have to pay a bunch of bills during that time. So, it's making you be much more tougher with your finances. Um, but positive financial days, maybe monetary days will be January 4th, January 9th, and January 29th. Now, Venus will be entering your 11th house of friendships, groups, and organizations on January 2nd, and the Sun will be entering your 11th house of friendships, groups, and organizations also, but on January 20th. So it's a great social time for you, great opportunity to meet new people, be more social. Maybe, and socializing doesn't have to be what we think of like parties and events. Socializing can just be through social media, through social networking. Maybe you're connecting more with family and friends or building new connections. If you are looking maybe to start like a new like a YouTube channel, maybe you're creating a business Facebook page, an Instagram page. So maybe you're building followers in that sense. So you have to interact and connect with people in that sense. But overall, it's a great social time for you. So the next 4 to 6 weeks is actually going to be a very positive time to build connections. Now, with Venus in the 11th house, it could be that a friend turns into a lover or a lover acts more like a friend. So maybe one of your friends, you end up building a stronger romantic kind of connection, maybe finally admitting to each other that there are more deeper feelings there. And maybe easily this leads to something building and developing into something more serious. Now, Venus will be moving into your 12th house of secrets and solitude on January 26th. So, During that time, in the next 4 weeks, a couple things could possibly happen. On a positive, it could easily make you more considerate, more compassionate to others. On a negative, it could make you a bit more kind of secretive. So, this is a big negative if you are holding a secret or you're holding back information from someone, especially a partner or a lover. Um, I've seen on a negative where someone might end up cheating during this time. So the secret love affair ends up being the big secret. Um, but this could also just simply be maybe sometimes I've even seen it, people holding back feelings, emotions, maybe not wanting to express emotions as much. So it's really going to just depend on the situation of what's going on, but that could be a negative there. But on a positive, it could just make you very considerate and compassionate to others. Overall, this month is actually going to be very active for your career and finances. So if you are looking to uh, find a new job, build more financial security, stability, definitely keep an eye on the dates that I offered earlier, as I feel that could be quite significant for the future of your career. Taurus. So the full moon on January 6th will fall in your third house of short trips, communication, siblings, and neighbors. Now, the next 2 weeks could actually be a very great positive time to take quick short trips out of town or someplace nearby. Now, you may also have to repair or replace a vehicle, computer, cell phone, or telephone. You may also see an increase of communication through emails, text messages, and phone calls. It's definitely a great social time for you, especially with family and friends. Now, the new moon on January 21st will fall in your career house. Now, the next 2 weeks could be a very significant time for your career. Maybe it involves a promotion, advancement, maybe an opportunity to build more significant opportunities, a side venture, side business that could bring in more money for you. Now, this is definitely going to be a very positive time of opportunity that could bring you more money. Um, it could possibly take you to another place, another location, maybe another city or state. But it's also very significant for your career. And this would, I feel, be very significant and very positive, very beneficial, I believe, for the long term. So this could actually be something or a place or a new job that you could easily be working in for a very long time. Now, um, there will be actually some positive financial days to look forward to, including January 4th, um, January January 22nd, uh, and January 24th. So you definitely want to keep an eye on those days. Now, for travel, short trips, communication, keep an eye on January 1st, January 4th, January 7th, January 9th, um, January 24th and January 29th. So I feel those are very positive days to socialize, communicate, connect with others. You may also decide to take a quick short trip out of town. This could also bring about an opportunity to make some long term plans, some positive social plans that could be very beneficial for you. Maybe it's beneficial when it comes down to like your career, maybe for travels, finances. Now, positive social time for you will be when when Venus enters your career house, that will be on January 2nd. But Venus will then enter your 11th house of friendships, groups, and organizations on January 26th. So on January 2nd, it enters your career house. Now, the sun will also enter your career house on January 20th. So you're going to have about 4 to 6 weeks where it's going to be all about your career. This could bring about opportunities to make more money, build more security, stability. Maybe this is even a time of, um, you know, opportunities for promotion, maybe to invest back into your career, especially if you're looking to take classes and courses that can help further your career. Now, this is also going to be a time where this could actually bring about great opportunities of more money, more stability, more security. Now, on January 26th, Venus will enter your 11th house of friendship groups and organizations. So the next 4 weeks is a great social time for you, a great time of opportunity that could build more friendships, more connections. Maybe you attend events or parties. Now, it could also be that a friend turns into a lover, or a lover acts more like a friend. Now, take for instance, maybe there's been, um, a friend or someone that maybe you've seen, like a friend or a coworker. Maybe they start expressing to you how they feel about you. Maybe it leads to dating or going out, maybe starting a relationship, building a relationship. So that would be quite significant during that time. Now, Mars will finally go direct on January 12th from your second house of earned income. So, this could actually bring about a time of making more money, finding new sources of income, and building more financial stability and security. Mercury finally goes direct on January 18th. So, it's going to be a very significant time for you when it comes to your career, finances, building more financial security, stability. If you are looking to find new sources of income, definitely keep an eye on the first 3 weeks of this month. But I also feel that when it comes down to more of a social time for you, building social connections, maybe it is related for your career, like social connections for a clientele, then that would come pretty much once Venus really starts to kick in, especially after January 25th and January 26th. Gemini. So the full moon on January 6th will fall in your second house of earned income. The next 2 weeks could bring about an opportunity to make more money, maybe to change jobs, find a new source of income. This could also bring about possibility of dealing with issues of having money owed to you. So there could be arguments over money. Now, this is actually a great time to take care of any financial obligations and be open to the possibility of bringing in, like I said, more money or new sources of income. Now, the full moon on January 21st will fall in your ninth house of long distance trips, foreign people, and places. The next 2 weeks could possibly bring about a time of travels, long distance, maybe others from afar come to visit you. This could also bring about a time to enter college or university or take classes or courses to further your career. This is also a time of broadening your horizons and learning something new. Now, Mars finally goes direct in your sign on January 12th. So you may have felt the Mars retrograde the strongest because Mars was in your sign. But now that it's going to start moving forward, you may feel just this big boost of energy, this big burst of energy where you're going to feel more productive, that things are floating a lot easier, that you're not being withheld or held back in any way from being able to get things completed on time or get things done. Also, the other good news is that Mercury will also be going direct finally January 18th. So this could actually also help in having projects move forward. Now, Venus will be entering your ninth house of long distance trips, foreign people, and places on January 2nd. And then on January 20th, the sun will also enter your ninth house of long distance trips, foreign people, and places. So it could relate to education, could relate to travels, could relate to, like I said, taking care of any kind of legal issues. This could also just bring about a time where you're studying, learning, doing research, maybe doing research for a project, and maybe you're just finding yourself more studious in that sense. Now, Venus will be entering your career house on January 26th. So, the next 4 weeks from January 26th, you can expect to receive plenty of praise and recognition for your hard work. This could actually be a great time of opportunity for a promotion and advancement, an opportunity to make more money, to receive an opportunity to build more income, like I said, a job or a great job opportunity for yourself. Positive social days for you will be January 1st, January 4th, January 7th, January 8th, and January 9th. Then let me give you January 24th and January 25th. They're all positive social days for you. Maybe you're just connecting with family and friends. Financial days to keep an eye out for will be also January 1st, January 13th, January 22nd, and January 29th and January 30th. So all those days is a very positive time to budget and save for the future. Maybe you're looking over your finances more cautiously and carefully. Maybe you're having to budget and save for the future. Obviously, tax time is coming up. If you are someone that is going to be getting a tax refund, maybe you're just going over your taxes and your finances and any refund that you do gain, maybe to pay off some bills, maybe to utilize it to invest into, maybe for a newer car, newer appliances, maybe that kind of investment. So definitely it's a time to budget and save, a time where could be a very beneficial time for your finances. Finally, Mars moves forward, gets out of this retrograde cycle that was in your sign. And this time you're going to feel like things are starting to progress for you, where you're going to feel like you're finally getting a lot accomplished and feeling like things are finally starting to uh, pretty much start working out in your favor. Cancer. Now, the full moon on January 6th will fall in your own sign and house. The next 2 weeks is all about you and your personal wants and needs. Now, this is a full moon, so this could make you quite emotional or sensitive. You are a sign that could possibly easily be more sensitive, as it is a more sensitive sign like Pisces and Scorpios. But having a full moon just ends up increasing that energy. Now, this is actually going to be a very interesting full moon for you because this could bring about new opportunities and new connections, especially in relation to your career. So, you definitely want to keep an eye during that time. Also, there's a couple dates that I do want to give you that I think are going to also be very beneficial for you, especially for your career. And that's going to be um, January 8th and January 22nd. During that time frame, that's actually going to be a very interesting time for your career. Now, the new moon on January 21st does fall in your eighth house of joint resources, taxes, credit cards, and loans. So the next 2 weeks could bring about opportunities to make extra money, side income. Maybe you gain through bonuses, commissions, and sales. But the next 2 weeks could also be a very positive financial time for you. Obviously, it is tax season starting around that time. So maybe you just gain through a tax refund. Now, Venus is actually going to be entering your eighth house on January 2nd. So the next 4 weeks could bring about opportunities to gain through credit, loan, taxes, benefits, gifts, rewards, bonuses, commissions, sales. Now, Venus does also enter your ninth house on January 26th. So this could also bring about 4 weeks of opportunities to travel. Maybe others from afar come to visit you. It's also a great time to study and learn a new topic of interest. Now, like I had mentioned before about those couple financial dates, but also keep an eye on January 7th and January 24th as also some positive financial days for you. I feel that there is opportunities of making more money if you're looking maybe to pursue like a new job, a new opportunity to see if you can get a promotion, advancement. Keep an eye on those dates or around those dates, as they could be very significant for you when it comes to your career. Now, love and relationships, partnerships. Keep an eye on January 1st, January 4th, January 9th. I did want to give you also that January 22nd date because January 22nd, besides it being a positive financial date, it's also very, very positive for relationships. But The way that I would describe it, it's more of a day to have more serious conversations, more open communication. If there has been some issues, some problems, maybe something that you have been kind of concerned about, this could actually bring about a time to have open communication and to work out any issues or problems. So the overall month is actually very productive for you. Now, Mars finally goes direct on January 12th. So that's from your 12th house of secrets and solitude. So this could be a very positive time to move forward where you're not feeling stuck or maybe like you're being held back in any way. And then Mercury finally goes direct on January 18th. So having those two finally move forward from retrogrades, I think could be actually very beneficial for you where you may have been feeling, like I said, kind of stuck. And then now that the retrogrades are over, it could easily make you feel like things are starting to move forward. Leo. So the full moon on January 6th falls in your 12th house of secrets and solitude. The next 2 weeks is a time for you to rest and relax and catch up on sleep. Now, this is actually even an opportunity and a time that could bring about opportunities for you, and it could be through your career. The reason why I bring that up is because Uranus is actually going to be connecting very well with this full moon. Now, we might be thinking a full moon connecting well with a career house, especially in the 12th house, but this could actually open up opportunities for you, especially if there have been some uh, private meetings, interviews, connections that helps you get into this new uh, source of income, this new job. Maybe it's a promotion that um, not really many people know about. So maybe this isn't the normal way what we think. Go through a series of interviews, then get the job offer. Maybe this is coming through in a way where it's specifically just for you. Somebody comes to you, like a connection. Somebody gets you into the door to get a job. So you maybe didn't go through, like I said, the whole procedure, what we think of an interview process. So that could be very, very beneficial for you. And it could easily bring about a great connection and opportunity for more money. But this could also just be a time to rest and relax, catch up on sleep, take a vacation. This is even a great time to put together some projects, put together just opportunities that could bring you greater connections, more money. Maybe it is also to work through any unhealthy situations, issues with partnerships and relationships. So it still can be a very productive full moon for you, even though when we think full moon, we think, oh, it could be something bad. But I think it's going to actually be quite significant for you. Now, the new moon on January 21st will fall in your partnership house. So, the next 2 weeks could bring about great opportunities of building great connections and opportunities to build a partnership or relationship. The partnership could be someone personal, professional. It could be someone that could help further your career. Um, this new moon actually connects very well with Jupiter, Pluto, and Neptune. Now, Jupiter is already in Aries, and I feel this could be great opportunity of great connections. Pluto is still currently in your sixth house, so this could all be a significant time of opportunity for you. Great opportunity that could bring about. Um, Money, connections. Now, this could also be a partnership of on a personal level. Maybe you meet somebody that you eventually get married to, build a relationship. Maybe you do get engaged or get married. The new moon, positive for connections, opportunities, significant relationships here. So keep an eye on what happens on the next 2 weeks. Now, Venus will be entering your partnership house on January 2nd. Now, also on January 20th, the sun will also enter your partnership house. So there's a lot of energy for the next 4 weeks that I think are very, very significant and positive for partnerships and relationships. Again, a partnership could be someone you just collaborate with for your career. Maybe you see this person as a mentor or guide. Um, but this could actually bring a significant of someone to collaborate with, and also maybe somebody that you could build a relationship with. Now, also what I like about Venus in the partnership house is this could actually be a great time to compromise. If there's been any disagreements, arguments, the next few weeks is a really good time to work out any differences or any issues or problems. Now, Venus will be entering your eighth house on January 26th. So, the next 4 weeks after that of January 26th, you may gain through bonuses, commissions, sales, gifts, rewards, settlements, inheritance. Uh, you could gain through like lottery winnings, scratchers. There's no indication that promises big jackpot winnings. So don't bet the rent money or the mortgage payment thinking you're going to hit it big during these 4 weeks. Nothing is promised, nothing is guaranteed. Um, but there could be positive financial or material benefits and gains. But the energy is also really, really positive just to build great connections with others. And this could be gaining and building connections that could help you financially. Now, Mars finally goes direct on January 12th from your 11th house of friendships, groups, and organizations. Now, this could easily be a great time of building social connections, building new friendships, whether it's for work, personal reasons. Mars will still be in this same sign and house all the way till the end of March 2023. But this could easily ease up any of those opportunities and connections, especially if you're building connections maybe for your career. Now, Mercury finally goes direct on January 18th. So, if this is actually a time of signing contracts and making negotiations, this is actually going to be a great time to do so. Positive career and financial dates to keep an eye out for are January 1st, January 7th, January 8th, um, January no, I'm not gonna give that date. January 24th and January 29th. Now, definitely keep an eye on those days because I feel they can be very beneficial for your career. Maybe it brings a promotion, advancement, a job opportunity that brings you more money. Maybe it's a connection that helps you make more money. Now, positive social days for you: January 4th, January 9th, mm, and January 22nd. Positive, those are positive social days that I think are going to be are great when it comes to meeting people, making agreements, signing contracts, meetings. It could relate to career or financial, but also very positive on a social level. Uh, Building connections like friendships, meeting people that could be maybe a future client, a future customer. But these days are also very good for the long term. So overall, I think it's going to be a great time for you career wise. I think it's going to also be a great time for your career, especially with that full moon and with everything coming up here for you. Now, as we get into February, February will be more significant. Also, some financial, but more on a personal level. So definitely be waiting out for that. In the meantime, just know there's definitely going to be a lot going on for January 2023. Virgo. The full moon on January 6th falls in your 11th house of friendships, groups, and organizations. The next 2 weeks is a very social time for you and a great time to connect with family and friends. Maybe you attend events or parties, maybe they put together an event or party. But this is going to be a great time to connect with maybe even anybody you've lost contact with, friends, family. Maybe the social connections may also be through social media. So, not necessarily someone you know on a personal level, but this could be building connections like networking, obviously, like social media, um, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, building followers, building subscribers. The new moon on January 21st will fall in your sixth house of work, service, and health. The next 2 weeks will bring about a time where you will see an increase of tedious tasks and projects. This could also bring about a time to see an increase of work projects, opportunities if you're looking to make more money. This could be a great time to make more money and even to get a new job if you're looking for new sources of income. Now, this is also a time to focus on your health and well being. And this could be a great time to exercise, lose weight, maybe just take care of your overall health, maybe taking new vitamins and supplements. Now, Venus will also be entering your sixth house of work, service, and health on January 2nd. So the next 4 weeks is a great time of getting along with coworkers, building new clients and customers. um, may not be that great for your if you're in like taking a health regimen of any sort, like an exercise program, because during this time you're going to find yourself indulging in fatty foods and sweets. So just kind of be aware of that. Now, but when the sun enters your sixth house of work, service, and health on January 20th, it definitely increases the opportunities of seeing an increase of side projects, task and projects, finding yourself busier. So that definitely you'll keep busy. But this could also help in making more money, maybe seeing an increase of bonuses, commissions, and sales. Now, Venus does enter your partnership house on January 26th. So the next 4 weeks after that is a great time where you could easily find yourself compromising and working out any issues or problems to with a partner or someone close to you. The partner doesn't have to be on a personal level. This could be a client, a customer, a coworker. Maybe this is a time to work out any issues or differences and just to resolve the issues. Now, Mars finally goes direct on January 12th from your career house. So you may be having some struggles in your career, job. Well, now that Mars has finally gone direct, now you may feel like things are starting to move forward much more easier. Mercury also goes direct on January 18th, which also helps in making things move forward and move easier. If you happen to maybe have lost a job during that time, I think this is actually going to help and easing up to find a job even quicker. Now, positive financial days for you to keep an eye out for are January 4th, January 22nd, and January 29th. So definitely keep an eye on those days. I think they're very positive for you when it comes to um, maybe opportunities to make money if you're looking for a job. Keep an eye on those days. They could be very positive in bringing more money or opportunities that could help you build financial stability and security. Overall, the month seems to be pretty active. Not too much of a social kind of energy, as I feel that seems to be a lot stronger late February and in March for you. In the meantime, I think it's going to be significant in regards to focusing on career and finances, building that up. If you are looking to, like I said, bring in opportunities to make more money, I think now with Mars finally going direct and Mercury finally going direct, I think it's really going to be very positive for you to start seeing progress being made. Libra. So the full moon on January 6th will fall in your career house. The next 2 weeks is actually a great time for you to possibly pursue a promotion or advancement, or maybe even pursue a new business or business venture. Now, this could actually bring about a great opportunity for you, and this could come about in an unexpected way. Maybe you find a new source of income through social media, the internet, or through a friend connection. But the next 2 weeks can easily be a very positive, significant time for you and an opportunity that could bring you more money. Either way, it's also a great time to make a presentation or attend a meeting or do interviews. But overall, it should be very good for your career. Now, the new moon on January 21st will fall in your fifth house of love, children, and creative projects. Now, the next 2 weeks is a great time for you to find love or fall in love. It's also a great time to tell someone that you love them. Now, it's also a very positive social time for you. So if you're looking to get out, socialize, build new connections, actually it's um it's an environment that's very well full of comfort for you. You are a very social sign. This will come easily for you. Also, it's a great time to attend concerts, uh, enjoy music, movies. It's a great time for also for entertainment. Now, Venus also enters your fifth house of love, children, and creative projects on January 2nd. And the sun will also enter your fifth house on January 20th. So it's a great time for music, movies, being social, enjoying entertainment, enjoying being with family and friends. Now, Venus will be entering your sixth house of work, service, and health on January 26th. So the next 4 weeks after that date could actually bring a time for you to um, connect well with customers, clients, coworkers. Um, the only thing that I would say is just kind of be careful that if you are looking to stick to a diet, you may not like the fact that you may find yourself eating fatty foods and sweets. So this could bring about a time where you may indulge more in that way that you probably don't wanna do, and I would suggest to just be aware that it may kinda catch up to you. Now, Mars finally goes direct on January 12th, and Mercury finally goes direct on January 18th. So, if you've been feeling like things have been kinda holding you back, this could easily bring about a time where things just start flowing a lot more easier for you. Um, Days for the home-related days are January 1st, January 4th, and January 16th. Now, days with positive social days for you, also for love and relationships, January 4th, January 7th, January 14th, and January 22nd and January 24th. So, all those days are very positive to socialize, build new connections, meet new people. It's a great time to just enjoy with family and friends. It's also a great time for love and relationships. If you're looking maybe to go out there, be dating, maybe start putting yourself out there to meet someone new, this could be quite a very positive and significant time for you to meet someone that could be there for the long term. But I feel this is actually, if anything, it's just a great social time for you. Scorpio. So the full moon on January 6th will fall in your ninth house of long distance trips, foreign people, and places. Now, the next 2 weeks can be a very positive time to travel long distance or others from afar come to visit you. Now, this is also a great time to enter college or university, maybe even take classes and courses to further your career. Now, this is also even a great time to take online courses or classes, maybe to pursue like a certification. Maybe you're just very uh, studious to do some research, and maybe you may find yourself taking some online courses or just doing research on the internet. The new moon on January 21st will fall in your fourth house of home. So the next 2 weeks is a great time to relocate, renovate, or make changes around the home. This is also even a great time to clean out the closets, maybe do some reorganizing. You can even do some decorating or designing, maybe even purchasing new furniture. Now, the fourth house of home is still going to be highlighted when Venus enters your fourth house of home on January 2nd. Now, the sun on January 20th will also enter your fourth house of home. So, the home is obviously going to be highlighted throughout the month of January. And this could actually be quite a significant time, like I said, to relocate, renovate, or just making some changes around the home. If you're looking for a new place to live, this is actually a great time to do so. Now, Mercury finally goes direct on January 18th. So if you're looking to sign contracts, a lease, a mortgage, After the 18th, I feel things start to move forward there for you. Now, Venus will be entering your fifth house of love, children, and creative projects on January 26th. So, the 4 weeks after that could bring about a great social time for you, a great time to connect with family and friends. Love is looking great. This could be a time when maybe you find love or fall in love, or maybe just connect with family and friends. Now, it's also a great social time to attend a concert, movies, music. So it's a very positive time. Um, Mars goes direct on January 12th. So this is actually going to bring about a time where you may start to feel like financial opportunities there that could really start standing out for you in a more positive way. It could be through taxes, credit, loans, um, or through other financial or joint resources. So Mars will be in your eighth house all the way till the end of March 2023. Um, Positive financial days for you to keep an eye out for are January 1st, January 4th, um, January 8th, January 21st, uh, January 22nd, and 24th. So you want to keep an eye on those days as it could be a very positive financial time for you. Maybe it's an opportunity to make more money. If you are looking for a job, I would say keep an eye around those times because it could be a very beneficial time for you. But the home seems to be the big highlight for you for the month. So it could be even just something as simple as just doing some decorating, could be what takes over for you for the month of January. Um, I would say expect the unexpected on January 14th. So the unexpected, yes, could be something electrical, maybe with a vehicle. It could even be something as simple as a routine change. Maybe you do something out of the ordinary. Either way, it could be possibly an interesting and fun time for you. Sagittarius. So the full moon on January 6th will fall in your eighth house of joint resources, taxes, credit cards, and loans. Now, what's interesting of this full moon is that it connects very well with Uranus. And Uranus actually seems to bring about some great opportunities there for you. So, this could be maybe new opportunities to make side income. Maybe it's a new source of income. Maybe you're just finding new ways to build. Maybe it's a retirement portfolio, a stock portfolio. So you definitely want to keep an eye, maybe what you hear, maybe on the internet through friends, connections, maybe something you hear on the radio or see on TV. So this could be quite an interesting time for your finances. Now, yes, you could gain through a tax refund, credit cards, loans, other joint assets, resources, but definitely keep an eye the next 2 weeks. It'll be quite an interesting time for you. Now, the new moon on January 21st will fall in your third house of short trips, communication, siblings, and neighbors. So, the next 2 weeks could be an interesting and fun time for you. Maybe you take a quick short trip out of town. Maybe you find yourself just taking short trips around town. This could be a time when you purchase a vehicle, a computer, cell phone, or telephone, and you may even see an increase of emails, text messages, and phone calls. Now, Venus also enters your third house of short trips on January 2nd, and the Sun will also enter your third house on January 20th. So, the next few weeks is actually going to be an interesting time of communication that could be very positive there for you. One of the things that I know with the third house, it also highlights relatives like aunts, uncles, and cousins. So maybe you suddenly are finding yourself talking to them more frequently. If you've lost contact with them, maybe this is actually a time where you're reaching out to them, you're connecting again with them. Um, Maybe you're finding more information about them or running into them through social media, but communication definitely will increase. So it will definitely increase with relatives, aunts, and uncles, but this could also be a great time to see an increase of communication through emails, text messages, and phone calls just from anybody. Now, like I said, you could just decide to take frequent short trips around town. Now, Venus will be entering your fourth house of home on January 26th. So, the next 4 weeks after that date, you may actually relocate, renovate, make changes around the home. Maybe you're looking for a new place to live. This could also just be maybe you making some changes, decorating or designing in the home. Maybe you decide to paint a color in one of your rooms, purchase new furniture, purchase home accessories. So, this could actually bring about a time of just enjoying more of the home. You could also be having people come over to your home, especially if they live long distance. Now, Mars finally goes direct on January 12th from your partnership house. Now, if you have been having some issues with the partner, whether it's someone personal or professional level too, finally having Mars go direct might just easily start easing things up. There could have been arguments, breakups, disagreements, and now with it going direct, maybe finally it starts to make things move a lot more easier for you. It didn't help that we also had a Mercury retrograde this last month. So Mercury will finally start going direct on January 18th. So this might actually bring about a time for you where things are just flowing a lot easier, communication just more easier for you to just be expressive and maybe have to take care of any issues, whether it's with a partner, negotiations, making agreements, and so forth. But this might have been kind of a tough time there for you. And now that you're finally getting through with it, now I feel like it'll start making things go a lot more easier. Positive social days for you will be January 4th, January 7th, January 8th, and January 24th and January 29th. Positive financial days for you are January 1st, January 4th, um, January 22nd, and January 24th. Now, some of the days that I already mentioned now also are with positive social days because the energy of those days can go either way or dealing with the same thing. Um, so you definitely want to keep an eye. I think overall, it's going to be a great time where financially, I would say things slowly start to pick up and improve there for you. But when it comes down to connecting and socializing with family, relatives, I think it's going to be a great time. Communication increases, and it's a great time for you to use it as an opportunity to either resolve old issues or to resolve these issues and to move forward. Capricorn. So the full moon on January 6th will fall in your partnership house. Now, the partner could be someone personal or professional. It could be someone that you are collaborating with to further your career. Now, this is actually going to be quite a significant time for you as it could open up opportunities to connect with someone that could also be a mentor or guide. Obviously, this could actually be um, a significant partner on a personal level that could turn into a relationship commitment, maybe even an engagement. I feel that the next couple weeks are a very positive time for you, and this could build great connections for the long term. Now, the new moon on January 21st will fall in your second house of earned income. Now, the next 2 weeks is a great time of opportunities that could bring you more money, more financial opportunities. This could even bring you a new job. Now, if you have been looking for a new source of income, maybe pursuing a new job or a new job source, this could actually be quite a significant time for you. And like I said, an opportunity that could bring you more money. Now, Venus will enter your second house of earned income on January 2nd, and the Sun will also enter your second house of earned income on January 20th. So, obviously, this is going to be quite a significant time for you when it comes to financial opportunities, opportunities to build more income, find a whole new job, maybe get another source of income, this is actually even going to be quite a significant time of opportunity. I definitely do like for you this new moon on January 21st. Like I said, because you have the sun that just entered your second house, the next 4 weeks could actually bring about a great time and a great opportunity for more money. Now, Venus does enter your third house of short trips, communication, siblings, and neighbors on January 26th. So, the next 4 weeks after that could bring about short trips out of town, maybe even seeing an increase of communication through family, uh, friends, through emails, text messages, phone calls, maybe it's social media. But this is actually a great time where you could see an increase of communication, like I said, with family and friends. Now, positive social times for you are going to be January 1st, January 4th, January 7th, and January 9th. Positive financial days for you will be January 4th, January 22nd, and January 24th. So keep an eye on those days. I feel those are significant. Maybe it's a job offer, an opportunity to make more money. Now, Mars finally goes direct January 12th. So, this is actually going to be a great time for you to really be focusing on work projects. Maybe finally you start to feel that work opportunities are starting to open up for you. Maybe an increase of task and projects, or a project that brings you more money. If you're maybe if it's related to a contract or contract work, I think this is actually going to be quite a significant time for you. So, Mars will be in your sixth house all the way till the end of March. So, this could easily open up opportunities for sales, projects, more work. Maybe you just see an increase of tasks and projects. Now, Mercury finally goes direct January 18th. So, this should actually be a very positive time where opportunities are going a lot easier. Meetings, negotiations start to run a lot smoothly. Aquarius, this is definitely going to be your month, even though we're just in the month of January. But the full moon on January 6th will fall in your sixth house of work, service, and health. Now, the next 2 weeks could be a significant time of opportunity to see an increase of tasks and projects. This could also be a great time to work hard for the money, but you could also see either more money through bonuses, commissions, and sales. Now, the new moon on January 21st will fall in your own sign and house. So the next 2 weeks after that is going to be all about you and your personal wants and needs. It's actually going to even bring a time that could bring you more praise, more recognition, more attention for you. And this could actually open up opportunities for you. Now, Venus also enters your own sign and house on January 2nd, and then the Sun enters your own house on January 20th. So, the energy for you specifically is very, very strong. And this next month is quite significant of opportunities for you. Since there's going to be so much energy in your sign with Venus and the new moon and the sun in your sign, you definitely want to take advantage of opportunities that I feel can easily open up for you, the attention that would easily come for you. That could build maybe a new client base, a new customer base, maybe even collaborating and working with others. So, this is actually going to be a time of opportunity for you. And I think this is actually going to help, especially if you are maybe looking to move forward in your career, build new relationships, meet new people. Like I said, if it's work related and your line of work needs to build, a clientele, a customer base, like I said before, this is actually a great time where you will make a great impression and do well to make a great presentation. Now, Venus actually enters your second house of earned income on January 26th. So the next 4 weeks after that could easily open up opportunities to make more money, to attract opportunities to bring in more money. You just want to be careful that you don't indulgently spend, even if you think it's for an investment. You just want to be careful during that time. So Mars finally goes direct on January 12th from your fifth house of love, children, and creative projects. Now, Mars will be in your fifth house all the way till March, till the end of March. But this could have brought about issues or problems with a partner, a lover, maybe even with children. So, hopefully, after this time period, it will help ease things along and maybe move things along more easily. Mercury finally goes direct on January 18th. And again, hopefully, this helps in smoothing communication. Positive social days for you are January 4th, January 7th, January 8th, January 9th, January 24th, and January 29th. So I think those are all great days for you of opportunity to build new connections, meet new people. Like I said, if you're out there to build a client base or a customer base, I feel this is actually a great time for you. So, overall, the energy for the month, like I said, is all about you, opportunities to build great connections. And if you are looking maybe to build new sources of income, I feel this is actually going to be a great time for you this month and into February. Pisces. So, the full moon on January 6th will fall in your fifth house of love, children, and creative projects. Now, the next 2 weeks could bring a time for you to find love or fall in love. Maybe it's a time where you finally tell someone how you feel about them. This is actually going to be quite an interesting and exciting time for you of even building opportunities and building new connections. It's also a great social time for you when it comes to meeting new people, socializing, maybe even connecting and building a connection with people online. If you're looking maybe to build like a client or customer base through social media, through the internet, this could actually even be a very positive time for you. So keep an eye for the next 2 weeks for that. If anything, it's also even a great time to enjoy music and movies, maybe even go to a concert. Now, the new moon on January 21st will fall in your 12th house of secrets and solitude. So, the next 2 weeks is a great time for you to rest and relax, maybe take a vacation, maybe even a great time to put a project together. This is actually even going to be a great time of being open to discarding or getting rid of what you don't need in your life. And maybe this is just a time to let go of the old to make way for the new. Now, if you are looking to maybe be open to new creative projects, I feel like the new moon is really going to be a great source of help, of energy to help you put together these projects. Maybe be open to new opportunities out there. Maybe if you have to pursue, uh, classes or some kind of certification, this is definitely going to open up a time for you to invest that energy, to put that effort for, whether it's for your career, maybe it's for personal reasons. Now, Venus is actually going to be entering your 12th house of secrets and solitude on January 2nd. So the next 4 weeks is actually a time where you show greater compassion, greater sympathy. You actually have more time to invest, to listening to others, to be patient with others. Now, the sun is also going to be entering your 12th house of secrets and solitude on January 20th. So, again, this is actually going to be a time to seek solitude, maybe seek that privacy for creativity, to build creativity, to focus on if something's not been working for you. Maybe it's time to make a change. Maybe it's time to let go of the old to make way for the new. The only thing that I would say is this could easily put you in a situation where you might be holding back feelings. And this could be a time where maybe you're just trying to process if things haven't been working, what you need to do to put that work and effort. But I would say, if anything, if you can, maybe try to make this into a time of having patience with others, but also taking an understanding that if they need to hear from you, maybe you just need to take that understanding that there needs to be some kind of compromise. Now, Venus will actually enter your own sign and house on January 26th. So the next 4 weeks is all about you and your personal wants and needs. This is actually even a great time where you may actually attract more attention. Maybe you even put focus on your own appearance, whether the appearance is on a physical level, on a personal level, on an emotional level. But this could actually bring about a time for you to focus on if something hasn't been working properly, maybe it's time to make a change. I feel the energy overall is very positive as an opportunity and a time for you to focus on your own personal well being and maybe for once, what's going to make you happy, where you can be a sign that tends to give more towards others before focusing on yourself. Now, positive social days for you are going to be January 1st, January 7th, January 9th, January 14th, January 24th. Those are positive days, social positive days for you. I think they're going to be great when it comes to building new connections, meeting new people, whether it's just being social, being outgoing. This is a great time for you. Positive financial days for you. Definitely keep an eye on January 4th, January 8th, January 22nd, and January 24th. Um, I would say also keep an eye on January 29th. All those days can easily bring about opportunities of more money, building more financial security and stability. Now, Jupiter is currently in your second house of earned income. So, this could easily bring about new opportunities to make more money, finding new sources of income. And this could actually be a very great positive time for you that could bring about maybe a new job, like I said, new sources of income, more money. If you have been looking to see maybe other ways to bring in more money, those days are very significant, especially around January 4th and January 24th. In the meantime, just know there's a lot going on here for you. Take advantage of those opportunities. Very quickly, Mars finally has gone direct on January 12th in your fourth house of home, and Mercury finally has gone direct on January 18th. So, this is actually going to be a great time of opportunity to focus on the home, anything you have to deal with in relation to the home, signing contracts, making negotiations should go much more smoothly after those retrogrades have ended.